I found the letters on our anniversary. 23 of them. None were addressed to me. One called our daughter a mistake that became convenient. Was anything in our 10 years together real, or was I just a placeholder in someone else's story? I'm looking for Sarah's grandmother's necklace, the one she wants to wear tonight for our 10th anniversary dinner. She told me it's in the closet, top shelf, back right corner. I'm standing on a chair, reaching past winter coats that smell like her perfume, Chanel No. 5, the same scent from our wedding day. My hand brushes against something, not a jewelry box, cardboard, a shoebox. It's light. I pull it down. There's dust on the lid, but when I open it, the inside is clean. She's opened this recently. Inside there are letters, lots of them, maybe 24. They're tied together with a red ribbon, the same red she wore on our first date, the red of her lipstick, her favorite color. I'm holding our decade in my hands, I think. Love letters I wrote her, maybe, notes from our early days. I untie the ribbon. The first envelope is cream-colored, expensive stationery, the kind she never uses for grocery lists or birthday cards to my mother. I open it. The handwriting is hers. But the first line stops my heart. My dearest M, my name is David. I read it again. M, not D, not David, not sweetheart or babe or any of the names she calls me. M, 23 letters, none addressed to me. I sit on the closet floor. I don't remember sitting, but here I am, cross-legged like Emma does when she's playing, surrounded by coats and a box that's rewriting my marriage. I open another envelope. This one is dated 3 years ago. Sarah's handwriting loops across the page, intimate and careful. I keep thinking about last Thursday, the hotel room with the blue wallpaper, the way you... I stop reading. My hands are shaking. I check the date again. 3 years ago, March. I was at a conference in Denver that week. She said she was visiting her sister in Portland. There was no sister visit. I open letter number 7. The paper is thicker, textured. I can feel each fiber under my fingers. When we can finally be together, really together, not stolen hours, I'll make you breakfast every morning. We'll have the life we should have had from the start. The life we should have had. I'm living the life she settled for. My phone buzzes in my pocket. Sarah texting, "Did you find it? We have reservations at 7. Love you." Love you. I look at the letters scattered around me, cream and white against the dark closet floor. I pick up another one. The envelope is sealed, but there's a date written on the outside in her handwriting. February 14th, 9 years ago. 9 years ago. Emma is 7. Then I found the one dated 9 months before Emma was born. I wait until Sarah is asleep. It takes me 2 hours of lying next to her, listening to her breathe, feeling the warmth of her body inches from mine. She falls asleep easily, like she always does. She once told me she sleeps well because she feels safe with me. Safe. I slip out of bed at 1:47 a.m. I take the box to my office, close the door, turn on only the desk lamp. The house is silent except for the hum of the refrigerator downstairs. I arrange the letters by date. 23 letters spanning 8 years. The first is dated April 2016. We got married in June 2015. She started writing to him, M, whoever M is, 10 months after our wedding. I open the earliest one. My hands are steadier now. I've gone cold inside, clinical. I'm a detective examining evidence, not a husband reading proof that his wife loves someone else. I know we said we'd stop. I know you're trying with Rachel, but I can't stop thinking about you. David is kind. He's steady. He'd be a good father someday, but he's not you. He'll never be you. David is kind. Present tense, not past. Like I'm still here, still useful, still serving a purpose. I find letter number 12. The date, February 14th, 9 years ago, the Valentine's Day. I thought we conceived Emma. I'm late. If it's yours, we can finally tell him. If it's his, we wait. The paper slips from my fingers. I pick it up again. I read it 3 times, 4 times. If it's yours, we can finally tell him. If it's his, we wait. Emma has my eyes. Everyone says so. Brown, like mine. Not blue, like Sarah's. But eyes can lie. Then I found the one dated 9 months before Emma was born. Morning comes. I hear Sarah's alarm at 6:30. I hear her shower running. I'm in the kitchen making coffee when she comes down, her hair wet, smiling. Morning, she says, kissing my cheek. You're up early. Couldn't sleep, I say. It's not a lie. Emma thunders down the stairs in her pajamas, pink with unicorns, the left knee torn from playground adventure. She crashes into me, wraps her arms around my waist. Daddy! She looks up at me with those brown eyes. You look sad. Did you have a bad dream? I had. I was living in it. Just tired, sweetheart. I smooth her hair. It's the same color as Sarah's, dark brown, almost black. But the texture is different, coarser, like mine, or like someone else's. Sarah hands me a card. Anniversary card. The front has 2 birds on a branch, touching beaks. Open it, she says. Inside her handwriting, 10 years. We've built something beautiful. I'm so lucky I found you. Love always, S. Lucky she found me. Emma is eating cereal, her legs swinging under the table. She's humming a song from school. She doesn't know that I spent last night reading about her mother's affair. She doesn't know that one letter called her a mistake that became convenient. I have something for you too, Sarah says, but you have to wait until tonight. Can't wait, I tell her. She smiles. She thinks I mean the gift. I mean, I can't wait to know who M is. I can't wait to know if Emma is mine. I can't wait for this performance to end. I call Jake from my car. I'm sitting in the parking lot of my office, but I can't go inside yet. I can't pretend to care about spreadsheets and client meetings when my entire life is a question mark. It's 9 a.m., Jake says when he answers. This better be good. I need to see you, now. Something in my voice makes him stop. Where? The coffee shop on Mitchell Street, 30 minutes. I'm there in 20. Jake arrives in 25. He's wearing yesterday's shirt, his hair uncombed. He got divorced 2 years ago. He knows what betrayal looks like. I slide 3 letters across the table. I chose them carefully. Letter 4, the hotel room. Letter 12, the pregnancy question. Letter 19, from 6 months ago, talking about when Marcus finally leaves Rachel. Marcus. So now I have a name. M. Marcus. Jake reads in silence. His jaw tightens. When he looks up, his eyes are angry. For me, not at me. How many? He asks. I'm 23. Over how long? 8 years. He's quiet. He picks up letter 12 again, the one about the pregnancy, about Emma. He reads it twice. Dave. He stops, starts again. Emma. I know. You need to. I know. He pulls out his phone, takes pictures of all 3 letters. Evidence, he says, in case she tries to deny it. She won't deny it. I don't know how I know this, but I do. Sarah isn't a liar by nature. She's just someone who chose wrong and kept choosing wrong until wrong became her normal. Jake looks at me like he's seeing someone new. Maybe he is. Maybe I'm different now. Maybe finding out your life is fiction changes your face. What do you need? He asks. I need to know if Emma is mine. Jake looks at me for a long time. Then he says 3 words. DNA test. Now. I create a timeline on my office wall. I tell my assistant I'm working on a big project. Need the room to myself for a few days. She brings me lunch and doesn't ask questions. I print out the dates from all 23 letters. I pull up Sarah's old calendars from her Google account. We share everything, or I thought we did. I cross-reference. April 2016, letter 1. Sarah's calendar, Portland, visit Jenny. Jenny is her sister. I call Jenny. We're friendly. I ask casually if she remembers Sarah visiting in April 2016. April, no, we did Thanksgiving that year. Remember? She didn't come in spring. July 2016, letter 3. Sarah's calendar, Denver, conference. She doesn't work. She hasn't worked since Emma was born. What conference? October 2016, letter 5. Sarah's calendar, Seattle, girls' trip with college friends. I check her credit card statements. I'm a signer on the account. Hotel charge, Portland, downtown, not Seattle. Every letter aligns with a trip. I map them all. 14 trips over 8 years. 14 letters dated within days of those trips. Every business trip Sarah took aligned with a letter. Every single one. I wait until Emma is at school. Tuesday morning, 9:15 a.m. Sarah is in the kitchen making her second coffee. She's wearing red. Of course she is. I put the shoebox on the kitchen table. She sees it. Her face doesn't change right away. It takes 3 seconds. Then I watch, understanding move across her features like a shadow. Her hand stops halfway to her coffee mug. David, don't. My voice is quiet, controlled. Don't say my name like you have the right to. I open the box. I take out letter 12, the pregnancy one. I put it on the table between us. Read it, I say. I don't need to. I know what it says. Read it anyway. She picks it up. Her hands are steady. She's not crying. She's not shaking. She reads it like she's reading a grocery list. I'm late, she reads aloud. If it's yours, we can finally tell him. If it's his, we wait. She puts the letter down. When did you find them? She asks. Does it matter? I suppose not. The calmness is worse than screaming would be. I want her to fight. I want her to deny it, to tell me I'm wrong, to give me something to push against. But she's just standing there, holding her coffee, looking at me like I'm a problem she needs to solve. Who is Marcus? I ask. She flinches. So she didn't know I knew the name. A colleague from before. Before what? Before I quit working. Before Emma. Is Emma his? The question hangs between us. Outside, a car drives by. Inside, the refrigerator hums. I don't know, she says finally. You don't know. The timing, it could have been either of you. Either of you, like we're interchangeable parts. Like fatherhood is a coin flip. 8 years, I say. You've been lying for 8 years. I haven't been lying. What do you call this? I gesture at the box, at the letters, at the evidence of her other life. I call it complicated. No. I'm standing now. I don't remember standing. Complicated is forgetting an anniversary. Complicated is arguing about money. This is betrayal. This is... I stop. Emma's drawing is on the refrigerator, held up with alphabet magnets. She drew it last week. Our family, 3 people holding hands. Maybe only 2 of those people are actually related. Sarah follows my gaze. Something crosses her face. Regret, maybe. Or just irritation that I found out. You weren't supposed to be enough, she says quietly. That was the problem. You were kind. You were stable. You were everything I should want. But you weren't him. Then why marry me? Because he wouldn't leave Rachel. And I was 32. I wanted a family. I wanted... She stops. You wanted someone to pay the bills while you waited for him. She doesn't deny it. Emma's backpack is by the door, pink with butterflies. Inside is her lunchbox with the sandwich I made this morning, cut into triangles because she says they taste better that shape. Emma needed a father, Sarah says. Needed, past tense. She didn't deny it. She said Emma needed a father. Needed, past tense. Emma comes home at 3:30. Sarah picks her up from school. I can't look at either of them yet. I'm in my office with the door closed, trying to figure out how you unknow something. At 4:15, there's a knock. Small knuckles. Daddy? I open the door. Emma is holding a piece of paper. I made this in art class, she says. Ms. Rodriguez said we should draw our family. She hands it to me. 3 stick figures holding hands. The left one is tall with a triangle dress, Sarah. The middle one is small with a circle dress and pigtails, Emma. The right one is tall with rectangle pants, me. We're all smiling. We all have brown eyes. I look closer. She drew Sarah with blue eyes in previous pictures. I remember I've saved them all in a folder on my computer, organized by date like the obsessive father I am. Was, might not be, but in this picture, Sarah has brown eyes too. She colored every one the same. Do you like it? Emma asks. I love it, I say. My throat is tight. Ms. Rodriguez said families match, so I made us all match. She points to the brown eyes. See, we all have the same eyes. But we don't. Sarah's eyes are blue, ice blue, the color that made me fall in love with her at a college party 12 years ago. Emma knows this. She's 7, not stupid. She drew us all with brown eyes because she wanted us to match, or because someone else in her life has brown eyes too. Emma, I say carefully, why did you give Mommy brown eyes? Hers are blue. She looks at the drawing, looks back at me. I know, but I saw a picture in Mommy's phone of a man. He had brown eyes like us, like me and you. I thought maybe he was family too, like an uncle. My heart stops. When did you see this picture? A while ago, Mommy was showing me pictures of her work party, but then she changed the screen really fast. But I saw him. He smiled like me. She touches her own smile. Same teeth. The front one is a little crooked, like mine. She asked me, Daddy, why does Mommy's friend from photos have brown eyes like us? I didn't know she'd seen those photos. If you've ever found something that changed everything you believed about your life, just leave the word found in the comments. You're not alone. I ordered the DNA test online, express shipping. It arrives the next day in a discreet brown package. Clinical blue box inside, instructions in 3 languages. I read them twice. Buccal swab, that means cheek cells. I need to swab the inside of Emma's cheek and the inside of mine. There's a prepaid envelope to send them to the lab. 3 to 5 business days for results. That night, Emma brushes her teeth before bed. I'm in the bathroom with her, like always. She's singing a song from school, something about planets. She rinses and spits. Open wide, I say. I need to check for cavities. It's not a lie, exactly. I do need to check something. She opens. I see her small teeth, the front one slightly crooked. The gap where she lost a molar last month, and the tooth fairy brought $2 because inflation, she said, affects fairy wages too. I take the swab. I already did mine in the office, sealed it, labeled it, and I brush it against the inside of her cheek. Gentle. She doesn't even notice. All good, I say. No cavities. She beams. Can I have a cookie anyway? 1 cookie. She runs downstairs. I seal her swab in its tube, label it, put both samples in the prepaid envelope. I'll mail it tomorrow from work. Sarah won't know. 3 to 5 business days. That's how long I had to pretend I was still Emma's father. I'm at Jake's house when the text comes. Group text. From Amanda, one of Sarah's best friends since college. Guys, David knows about Marcus. Sarah just called me. She's devastated. Let's give them space, but be ready to support. Support? Support who? Sarah, the woman who lied for 8 years? Jake is reading over my shoulder. Who else is in this group? I scroll. Amanda, Jessica, Mark, and Linda, Brian, 6 people, all our couple friends. All people I thought were my friends too. They knew, I say. You don't know that? They knew, Jake. I call Amanda. She answers on the 3rd ring. David, I'm so sorry. How long? What? How long have you known? Silence. Then, David, it's complicated. How long? A few years, maybe 3, 4? But Sarah said you had an arrangement. She said you knew and you were okay with it. She said you had an open marriage. I hang up. I call Jessica. David, sweetie, I'm so sorry you're hurting. Did you know? Sarah said you knew. She said you were fine with it. I hang up. I call Mark. Dude, I thought you were cool with it. Sarah said I wasn't. I didn't know. I never agreed to anything. Mark is quiet. Then, oh fuck. David, I'm sorry. We all thought. Sarah's sister told me, "We thought you knew and were okay with it. She said you had an arrangement." I didn't. Here's the question I couldn't answer. Do you tell a child the truth that destroys their world, or do you let them live in a lie that keeps them whole? What would you do? Comment truth or protect. The attorney's office is downtown, 14th floor, floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking the city. Rachel Kim comes recommended by Jake's divorce lawyer. She's sharp, he said. She doesn't lose. I need someone who doesn't lose. I show her everything, the 23 letters arranged chronologically, the timeline I made matching letters to trips, the credit card statements, the text message screenshots from friends, the photograph of Marcus Waller found on Sarah's phone. I went through it last night while she slept. Invasive, maybe, but proportional. Rachel reads in silence. She makes notes. She's 40-something, wedding ring, photos of 2 kids on her desk. She knows what family means. Have you taken a paternity test? She asks. Waiting on results, 3 to 5 business days. I'm on day 4. She nods. If Emma is biologically yours, this is straightforward. Infidelity isn't grounds for losing custody in this state, but it factors into character assessment. And if she's not mine, Rachel's face doesn't change, but something shifts in her eyes. Then we have a problem. If you're not the biological father, you have no automatic rights, even after 7 years of raising her. That's insane. That's the law. She leans forward. But there's a doctrine called psychological parenthood. If we can prove that you're Emma's father in every meaningful way, financially, emotionally, practically, and that removing you from her life would cause her harm, we can petition for parental rights. How do we prove that? School records listing you as father, medical records, witness testimony. Emma's own testimony, though at 7, it's limited. We need a guardian ad litem, a court-appointed advocate for Emma to assess her feelings. Her feelings. I think about the drawing with the brown eyes, about her asking if I had a bad dream, about her hugging me this morning and saying, "You're the best daddy." What if the biological father wants custody? I ask. Does he know Emma exists? I don't know. The letter suggests Sarah kept it from him, too. Rachel makes another note. If he's been absent for 7 years, no contact, no support, his claim would be weak. Biology matters, but so does presence. She looks at me directly. David, I need you to understand something. This will be expensive. It will be ugly. Sarah will fight. And if the test says you're not Emma's biological father, we're looking at a complicated uphill battle. I don't care. You should care. Legal fees alone. I don't care. My voice is louder than I intended. That's my daughter. Test or no test. DNA or no DNA. That's my daughter. Rachel is quiet for a moment. Then she says, if she's not yours biologically, you have no rights, unless we prove you're her psychological father. The envelope arrives on day 5. Friday, 2:47 p.m. I'm at work, but I leave immediately. I drive to Jake's house because I can't open it alone. Jake is already home. I called him from the car. He's waiting on his porch. The envelope is white, official, with a return address from the lab. It's thin, results are thin, lives are thin. I sit on Jake's couch. He sits next to me. He doesn't say anything. He's just there. Present. That's what friends do. They're present when your life might end. I open the envelope. There's a letter, official letterhead, clinical language. Dear Mr. Mitchell, enclosed are the results of DNA paternity testing performed on samples received. I skip to the bottom, to the number that matters. Probability of paternity 0.0%. I read it again, 0.0%, not 1%, not unlikely. 0, absolute. Mathematical certainty. Emma is not my biological daughter. I read it 3 times. The paper is heavy, expensive, the kind of paper they use for documents that change lives. Birth certificates, death certificates. This is both. Jake is reading over my shoulder. I hear him exhale, slow and controlled. Dave, it's fine, I say. My voice sounds normal. Distant, but normal. It's not fine. It is. I fold the paper carefully, put it back in the envelope. I stand up. Jake stands with me. What are you going to do? He asks. I look at him. I'm going to get my daughter back. She's not. She is. My voice breaks on the word. She is my daughter. Biology doesn't change that. On Jake's coffee table, there's a card. Emma made it for my birthday last month. The front has a drawing of me, stick figure, brown eyes, big smile. Inside, in her careful 7-year-old handwriting, best daddy in the world. That card, best daddy, it sat on my desk next to a test that said I wasn't. If you've ever loved someone who wasn't yours by blood, but was yours in every way that mattered, you know what I felt. Drop a heart if you understand. Probability of paternity, 0.0%. I read it 3 times. Then I read Emma's birthday card to me, best daddy in the world. Rachel's conference room becomes my second home. We meet twice a week for 3 weeks. She brings in witnesses. Emma's teacher, Mrs. Rodriguez. She's taught Emma since kindergarten. Who does Emma talk about? Rachel asks. Her dad, David, always David. Mrs. Rodriguez pulls out a folder. Every Father's Day project, every My Hero essay, every family tree assignment. It's always David Mitchell listed as her father. Rachel adds the school records to our evidence pile. Every form I've ever signed, every parent-teacher conference I attended, all 12 of them, never missed one. Every school play, field trip permission slip, emergency contact card, David Mitchell, father, Jake testifies next. Rachel calls it a character witness. How often does David see Emma? She asks. Every day. He's never missed a bedtime when he's in town. He coaches her soccer team. He takes her to piano lessons every Tuesday. Last month she had the flu. He took a week off work to stay home with her. What about Sarah? Jake hesitates. Sarah loves Emma, but David is the primary parent. Always has been. Dr. Patricia Chen, Emma's pediatrician for 7 years, provides records. Every vaccination, every checkup, every midnight emergency room visit, the time Emma fell off the monkey bars, the time she had croup and couldn't breathe, the time she broke her arm. David Mitchell brought her in. David Mitchell signed the forms. David Mitchell held her hand. The biological father, Rachel says. Marcus, what do we know about him? I've done research. Marcus Webb, 42. Senior partner at Sarah's old consulting firm. That's where they met. Still married to Rachel. No, wait, different Rachel. His Rachel, 3 kids, lives in Westchester. He doesn't know Emma exists, I say. You're sure? The letters. Sarah never told him. She writes about our secret, about protecting him from difficult choices. She kept Emma from him. Rachel makes a note. That works in our favor. 7 years of absence, even unknowing absence, undermines any biological claim he might make. Will he make a claim? That depends on whether Sarah tells him. 2 days later, she does. The guardian ad litem assigned to Emma's case is named Dr. Michael Foster. He's a child psychologist, court-appointed, neutral. His job is to determine what's best for Emma, not what's fair to the adults. He interviews Emma 3 times. I'm not present. Rachel says that's normal, that Emma needs to speak freely. After the 3rd interview, he calls Rachel. What did she say? I ask. We're on speakerphone in Rachel's office. I can't disclose specifics, Dr. Foster says, but I can tell you that Emma consistently identifies David Mitchell as her father. When asked about Marcus Webb, she said, I don't know who that is. She doesn't know him? Sarah apparently introduced them once, briefly, at a company picnic 2 years ago. Emma doesn't remember. And her emotional attachment to David? Strong, primary. Removing David from her life would constitute significant psychological harm. Rachel looks at me. She's smiling slightly. It's the first time I've seen her smile in 3 weeks. The judge will ask Emma who her father is, she says after we hang up. Are you ready for her answer? Many of you don't know this. In 37 states, if you're not the biological father, you can lose all rights, even after years of raising that child. If this story makes you angry about that, share it. Laws change when stories are told. The courtroom is smaller than I expected. No jury. Just Judge Diana Reeves, the attorneys, Sarah, Marcus, me, and the court reporter whose fingers never stop moving. Emma is not present. Dr. Foster will represent her testimony. Marcus Webb sits on Sarah's side of the room. He's tall, brown eyes, dark hair graying at the temples, distinguished, successful, the kind of man who looks good in a suit. He looks like Emma. The resemblance is undeniable. Same eyes, same mouth, same slightly crooked front tooth. It's like seeing a preview of Emma at 42. He doesn't look at me. Sarah is wearing navy blue, not red. She's dressed for court, for seriousness, for sympathy. Her hair is pulled back, no makeup except lipstick, neutral pink. She looks like someone who made a mistake, not someone who lied for 8 years. Rachel presents our evidence first. She projects images on a screen, Emma's school records, medical files, the soccer team photo where I'm kneeling behind Emma with my hand on her shoulder, the birthday cards, 7 years of them, each one saying Daddy in increasingly sophisticated handwriting. Then the letters. All 23 letters entered as Exhibit A through Exhibit W. Rachel reads excerpts. The judge reads silently. Marcus reads, his face going pale, then red, then pale again. Mr. Webb, Judge Reeves says, were you aware that Emma Mitchell is your biological daughter? No, Your Honor. His voice is steady. I learned 4 days ago when Sarah contacted me. Did you have a relationship with Mrs. Mitchell? Yes, an affair. It ended 8 years ago when she became pregnant. She told me the baby was her husband's. I believed her. Did you provide any support during the pregnancy or after? No, I thought the child wasn't mine. And now that you know? Marcus looks at Emma's photos on the screen. He looks at me. He looks at Sarah. I don't know, he says. Judge Reeves turns to Sarah. Mrs. Mitchell, did you ever intend to tell either man the truth? Sarah is quiet. The courtroom is so silent I can hear the air conditioning. I can hear the court reporter's keyboard. I can hear my own heartbeat. Mrs. Mitchell, the judge repeats, did you intend to tell the truth? No, Sarah says finally. It was easier this way. The judge's face changes. I see it, a shift from neutral to something colder. Easier for whom? For everyone. David was raising Emma. Marcus had his family. Emma was happy. Why ruin that? Why indeed? Judge Reeves looks at the letters again. Except Mr. Mitchell wasn't given a choice. He was raising a child under false pretenses. He loves her, Sarah says. The truth doesn't change that. No, but it changes everything else. The recess lasts 20 minutes. I stand in the hallway with Rachel and Jake. Marcus is at the other end, talking on his phone. Sarah is in the bathroom. Marcus hangs up. He walks toward me. Jake steps forward, protective. I put my hand on his arm. Marcus stops 3 feet away. We're the same height, same build. We could be brothers. I didn't know, he says. I know. Sarah told me you knew, that you were okay with it. I wasn't. I'm not. He nods. She lied to both of us. Yeah. I have 3 kids at home, he says, 12, 10, and 6. My wife, the woman I'm still married to, the one I never left, she knows everything now. Emma is the result of the worst thing I ever did. Emma is a person, not a result. I know. I didn't mean... He stops. Starts again. What I'm trying to say is I'm not going to fight you for custody. Something in my chest loosens. You're her father, Marcus continues. You've been her father. I'm just the biology. And biology isn't enough. It could be, legally. Maybe. But Emma doesn't know me. She knows you. And I'm not going to destroy a little girl's life because I made a mistake with her mother 8 years ago. He extends his hand. I look at it. I look at him. I shake his hand. Thank you, I say. Don't thank me. You're the one who showed up. Marcus walked away. In court, 20 minutes later, his attorney submitted a statement disclaiming any petition for custody. The judge asked Sarah, "Did you ever intend to tell either man the truth?" Her answer, no. Judge Reeves takes 3 days to issue her ruling. We're called back to court on a Wednesday morning. Emma is still not present. Too young, too vulnerable, too much at stake. The courtroom feels different this time. Quieter, final. Judge Reeves reads from her notes. I've reviewed the evidence. I've considered the testimony. I've read Dr. Foster's report on Emma's psychological well-being and attachment. She looks at Marcus. Mr. Webb, biologically, you are Emma's father. Under normal circumstances, that would grant you parental rights. She looks at me. Mr. Mitchell, biologically, you are not Emma's father. Under normal circumstances, that would negate any claim you have. She looks at Sarah. Mrs. Mitchell, you have deceived both men, your daughter, your friends, and this court. You have prioritized your comfort over your child's well-being and the rights of two men to make informed choices about their lives. Sarah's attorney starts to object. Judge Reeves holds up her hand. I'm not finished. Mrs. Mitchell, you will retain partial custody because despite your moral failings, you are Emma's mother and she loves you, but you will not have primary custody. She looks back at me. Mr. Mitchell has been Emma's father in every way that matters. Financial support, emotional support, daily presence, medical care, educational involvement. He has shown up consistently for 7 years. That is not biology. That is choice. And choice coupled with action creates family. She signs a document. Primary legal and physical custody is awarded to David Mitchell, established psychological father under the doctrine of parental bond. Mrs. Mitchell will have supervised visitation pending completion of family counseling. Mr. Webb is not awarded custody rights, but may petition for visitation if both Emma and Mr. Mitchell consent, which at this time they do not. The gavel comes down. We're adjourned. Emma doesn't come home immediately. Sarah has her for 1 more week, court-ordered transition period. I use the time to prepare. I repaint her room. She's been asking for purple walls. Sarah said no, too dark. I paint them lavender with white trim. I hang string lights. I buy new sheets with stars on them. Jake helps me move furniture. You're nesting, he says. I'm getting ready. You know she's been your daughter this whole time, right? The judge just made it official. I know, but now nobody can take her away. The following Wednesday, I pick Emma up from school. Normal day, normal pickup. But when she gets in the car, I don't drive towards Sarah's temporary apartment. I drive home, our home. Are we going to Mommy's? Emma asks. Tomorrow. Today you're staying with me. Like a sleepover. Like forever. She's quiet. Then, is Mommy mad at you? Mommy made choices that hurt people. She's not mad. She's sad. But sometimes sad is the consequence of our choices. Am I a choice? I pull over. I turn around to face her. You are the best choice I ever made. You are not a mistake. You are not an accident. You are my daughter. But the test. Mommy told me about the test. She said you're not my real daddy. My heart stops. When did she tell you that? Last week. She said my real daddy is someone named Marcus, but I don't know Marcus. I know you. I unbuckle, climb into the back seat, pull her into my arms. Listen to me. DNA is just science. It's just cells and math. But family is love. Family is showing up. Family is choosing each other every single day. And I choose you. Every day. Forever. Even though I'm not yours? You are mine. You've always been mine. A test doesn't change that. She's crying into my shirt. I'm crying into her hair. Are you going to leave? She asks, muffled. Never. Mommy said people leave when things get hard. Not me. We don't leave. Not when it matters. 2 weeks later, Emma hands me a drawing. We're in the kitchen. She's eating cereal, same unicorn pajamas, same swinging legs. Everything is the same, except everything is different. I made this in art class, she says. Ms. Rodriguez said we should draw our family again. It's the same 3 stick figures, but this time the left figure isn't Sarah. It's Jake. Uncle Jake, Emma calls him now. The middle figure is still Emma. The right figure is still me. All 3 of us have brown eyes. All 3 of us are smiling. At the bottom, in careful letters, Emma has written, "Real family." Ms. Rodriguez asked why Uncle Jake was in it. Emma says, "I told her because he's family, not because we share blood, because he chose us like you chose me." I can't speak. I'm holding this drawing like it's fragile, like it might disappear. "Do you like it?" she asks. "I love it." "Good, because I made you something else too." She hands me another paper. This one has words, not pictures. 8-year-old handwriting, some letters backwards, some words misspelled. "You're my real daddy because you stayed when you found out. That's what real means." That card, "You stayed." She understood everything. She was 8. She knew her mother lied. She knew about the test. And she chose me anyway. Family isn't who you're born to. It's who shows up. Who stays when the truth gets ugly. If someone in your life chose you as family, blood or not, tell me about them in the comments. I want to hear about your Emma, your Jake, your chosen family. Because those are the stories that matter. And if you're that person for someone else, thank you. You're the reason stories like mine can have hope at the end. I frame both drawings. The first one with 3 brown-eyed family members and Sarah included. The second one with Jake instead of Sarah, and the caption, "Real Family." I hang them side by side in my office. People ask why I kept the first one, why I didn't throw it away or hide it. Because that drawing shows where we started. It shows what Emma believed when she thought biology was the only thing that mattered. It shows her trying to make us all match, trying to solve a puzzle she didn't know existed. The second drawing shows where we are now. It shows what she learned. Not that families have to match, but that families choose each other. Both drawings have 3 people. Both have me and Emma. Both have brown eyes and smiles and holding hands. But the second one has a caption, "Real Family." She didn't change who was in the picture. She just changed what it meant. That's the difference between blood and choice. And I choose her every day. I choose her. It's been 6 months now. Emma stays with me during the week, with Sarah every other weekend. Sarah's doing therapy. Sarah's doing better. Sarah told me last week she's sorry, and I think she means it. Marcus sent a letter, not to me, to Emma. He said he's there if she ever wants to meet him, but he understands if she doesn't. He said he's sorry for missing 7 years. He said David is her father, always will be, and he doesn't want to change that. Emma read it, put it in a drawer, said, "Maybe when I'm older." Maybe. Jake comes for dinner every Tuesday. We call it family night. Jake brings pizza. Emma chooses the movie. Last week she chose a documentary about penguins. Jake fell asleep. Emma and I watched the whole thing. "Daddy," she said during the credits, "penguins mate for life." "Yeah? Do people?" "Some people try to." "Did you and Mommy try?" "We did. But sometimes people grow apart. Sometimes people make choices that break the trying." "Are you going to find someone new?" "Maybe someday, but right now I have you and Uncle Jake, and that's enough family for me." She nodded. "Me too." On her nightstand there's a photo. Emma and me at the beach last summer. We're building a sandcastle. She's laughing. I'm laughing. We're covered in sand and sunscreen and joy. Under the photo, she's written in marker, "My daddy." Not my real daddy. Not my psychological father. Not the man who raised me despite biology. Just my daddy. Because that's what I am. I keep the shoebox, The one with the 23 letters, I keep it in my closet, top shelf, back right corner, same place Sarah kept it. Emma knows it's there. She asked me once why I didn't throw it away. Because it's part of our story, I said. Not a good part, but a true part. And we don't erase the truth. We learn from it. What did you learn? I learned that love isn't automatic. It's a choice. Every day you choose to love someone or you don't. And I choose you. Every day? Every day. She smiled. I choose you too, Daddy. We don't leave. Not the people who choose us. Not the family we build. We don't leave when things get hard. We don't leave when we discover the truth. We don't leave. We stay. I'm hanging Emma's new drawing next to the old one in my office, side by side, brown-eyed figures holding hands in both. One was drawn before she knew the truth, one after. They're identical, except the new one has a caption in her 8-year-old handwriting, "Real Family." She didn't change who was in the picture. She just changed what it meant. That's the difference between blood and choice, and I choose her. Every day, I choose her